Greetings, welcome to another album review for Friday the 13th YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new Arch Enemy album, which is entitled Deceiver, released on August 14th, 2022, which is a fantastic album, a very heavy, brutal album with some fantastic melodic playing. Now, the band were formed in 1995 by former Carcass guitarist Mike Amos, with original singer Johan Liver, Chris Amos, his brother, and also Daniel Eriksson on drums. In 1996, the band released their debut album Black Earth, which was a fantastic album, very heavy album, kind of remind me of At the Gates, and the heaviness of Entombed. Now, this debut album was a successful album, and everybody knew that there's going to be more albums to come, so the band released the second album, Stigmata, in 1998, which was a brilliant follow-up. In 1999, the band recorded the third album, Burning Bridges. This would also feature bass player Shirley DeBarro, who was also with Merciful Fate. And in 2000, the band released the next album, which was called Wages of Sin. This would feature Angela Grassu, who replaced Johan. Now, when Angela joined the band certainly seemed to get a lot heavier. I mean, Angela has a brutal voice. And to be honest, let's face it, Sabrina from Holy Moses has to be the godmother of grinding, heavy death thrash metal vocals. Now, Angela would do a few more albums with the band. She'd do the albums Anthems and Rebellion, Doomsday Machine, Rise of the Tyrant and Chaos Legions would be her last album in 2011. In 2014, the band released their next album. This would be the new album featuring new singer Elisa White Gulls on vocals, who's a fantastic singer. Now, she's done about 3 albums with the band and she's proven to be a potential and heavy singer. She's a fantastic replacement for Angela, who also did a fantastic job, so the band really needed the vocals that were going to be heavy, brutal, and also a female singer, so Elisa was a fantastic replacement for Angela. Now, with Elisa in the band, they'd carry on and do the next album in 2017, which is entitled Will to Power, a fantastic album. This album proved that the band were going from strength to strength. Now, the album Will to Power would also feature new guitarist Jeff Loomis, who was formerly with Nevermore, a fantastic guitar shredder. Now, I've noticed one thing about Arch Enemy. They're a melodic, heavy thrash death metal band who come up with some fantastic ideas, some great melody hooks and brutal vocals. If I listen to Mike's guitar playing, it's very much like Michael Schenker, Uli John Roth or John Norum. He's a fantastic player, a little bit more not as heavy as Jeff Loomis, because Jeff seems to do more shredding, and he's a fantastic replacement for Chris Amos. So you've got the shredding part of Jeff, the melodic guitar in solos by Mike, and they really do fit together. The contrast of speed thrashing, shredding, and also melodic guitaring. Now, the rhythm section by Shirley and Daniel are fantastic. I mean, Shirley's been with Merciful Fate, and Daniel's been with Arch Enemy for many, many years. 2 great rhythm players that fit really well with the music. The band are going from success to success, with stronger with every album they record. So like I said, the band are about to release the new album Deceivers, which contains 11 heavy thrash brutal songs. I guess you could say the band are a cross between thrash and death metal. It's kind of borderline between thrash and death metal. They've definitely got some death metal elements in there, as well as thrash. Now, I have to say, Elisa's vocals on this album are fantastic. Not only is she growling doing heavy death metal, but she's also doing some clean singing, as you may know by some of the videos they've released on YouTube. She's got the potential to play clear vocals, that's for sure. And I really think if Elisa really wanted to, she could do a solo album, a melodic metal album with just clean vocals. I think she'd do a fantastic job. What do you guys reckon? Leave a comment and let me know. Now, the production was handled by Jacob Hansen. As we all know, he's a fantastic Danish producer. He's worked with some fantastic bands. His former band Invocator, you need to check them out if you haven't. They're a good thrash death metal band from the 80s, early 90s. So Jacob is a fantastic producer. He's done what he always does, a fantastic solid production. And all the music on this album shines through. The drums sound great, the guitars sound fantastic, Elisa's vocals are brutal, so it's a really, really good album that really needs to be heard. Also, Daniel was involved with the engineering part of the album, alongside Jacob. Mike did all his guitaring in Sweden, which he thought was better to do at home so he could relax more and get the environment that he needed to be around. Now, I'm guessing Jeff Loomis did all his guitar parts back in Seattle, as well as Elisa probably did her vocals in Canada. Like I said, the band have got the elements of old school Swedish death metal thrash bands like Entombed, At the Gates, but they've also got elements of Nevermore and also the melodic parts of Iron Maiden, in which all these influences really do gel well with the album and the music. So as you all know, the band have released 5 promotional videos for this album. So I'm going to tell you what the songs are on the album if you don't know. We've got Handshake with Hell, Deceiver, In the Eye of the Storm, The Watcher, Poisoned Arrow, Sunset Over the Empire, House of Mirrors, Spreading Black Wings, Morning Star, One Last Time, and Exiled from Earth. So they're the songs on the album. You've got 11 songs of brutal heavy thrash death metal. So if you need a good album to check out, this is one album you really need to check out. It's brutal, it's heavy, and it's well worth listening to. Thrash is back, death metal's back, and this is one album you really need to check. Now the band are going to be coming back to Europe and UK in September, and if you'd have seen them earlier this month on Wacken TV Live, you would have seen just how fantastic they were live. I personally watched it from my computer at home. The full set was amazing. This band are brutal. This band are really good. They really do rehearse hard, and they're fantastic to watch live. So if you haven't seen them live, please make sure you do on the next forthcoming tour. So the songs that I suggest you check out, the ones that I like as well, is Handshake with Hell, which is a fantastic song. We all know this has been released as a YouTube video. Deceivers, which is another fantastic song, also released as a promotional video. Heavy song, really brutal, some fantastic playing, and Lisa's vocals are well worth listening to. In the Eye of the Storm is a little less heavier song. It's still heavy, but it's not as fast as the first 2 songs. It's a really good song. You really need to check it out. It's mid-paced, but it's still heavy and brutal in places. Great for guitar playing there as well. Now the next song, The Watcher, kind of reminds me of Testament, Dark Roots of the Earth, that sort of heaviness. It's a brutal song, and you can imagine Chuck Billy singing this with Elisa. Now the next song, Poisoned Arrow, kind of reminds me a little bit of Megadeth, the sort of like mid-paced stuff that they do. It's still a good song. There's some fantastic playing, some great vocals by Lisa. But if you're a fan of Megadeth, this song's probably for you. Now the next song, Sunset Over the Empire, is more brutal. It's getting back to the first 2 songs. You know, you've had these couple of songs on the album so far that are melodic, mid-paced. This is more back to the basic in-your-face thrash metal. Now the next song is called House of Mirrors. What a fantastic beginning this is. I mean, Elisa, you've got to hear her vocals. She's really screaming on it like a proper metal singer. Not your growling, just proper full-on-your-face heavy metal singing. It's a fantastic intro. I mean, like I said, if she did an album on her own, it would be fantastic. Brilliant song list, it's well worth checking out. Spreading Black Wings is the next song. This is kind of a little bit mid-paced song, but it's got the elements of Carcass. So if you're fans of Carcass, you're probably going to like this song. Next song is called Morning Star, which is kind of an instrumental, a little intro. Some nice guitar playing there by Mike and also Jeff. Interesting to listen to. So if you're a fan of John Norum, you're probably going to like this. And the next song is called One Last Time. This is pretty much mid-tempo. Like I said, there's some songs in here that are mid-tempo. There's some brutal songs, which is great because it gives the album more variety. And the last song is called Exile from Earth. This is more of a heavier song. It's not really brutal like the first couple of songs, but it's still heavy. It's got plenty of elements, great power thrash, bit of death metal in there, bit of everything for everyone. So if you like your heavy music, this is a really good song, and it's definitely an album for you. So I'm going to give this album 5 out of 5. I think it's a fantastic album. The band are great. They always do good albums. Excellent musicians. You can't deny it. They're from Sweden, majority of them. And Jeff is a fantastic guitarist from America. So check it out. Brilliant album here. Some fantastic singing, some fantastic playing, well thought out songs, and all above all, a fantastic production by Jacob Hansen. Also interested to note is the album cover, which I think it's a really cool cover. Kind of something that King Diamond would do, sort of like a horror sort of cover. It's really interesting, kind of Medusa. You know, it's hard to describe, but I'm going to put the album cover at the end of this review so you can check it out. So, like I said, cover's great, the music's great, it's just a good album all around. Thanks for watching, Metalhead. Enjoy the review and enjoy the album when you buy it. Thanks for watching.